We are live streaming.
Hello to any and all registered participants, as well as anyone watching live on our YouTube channel. We'll get started here shortly, waiting till 4 o'clock to begin our public hearing. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Robert Ellison. I am a policy advisor with Oregon State Parks and Recreation Department. Tonight, we are holding our public hearing on our County Opportunity Grants Program rulemaking. We will be giving a brief presentation and then allowing an opportunity for those registered participants to provide any public comment they wish to provide. Today, we're going to go through a couple things. We'll go over our introductions here, and then we'll jump into the presentation on proposed rule change as well as our oral public comment period. I've already introduced myself, so Julian, if you want to go ahead and introduce yourself.
Sure thing. I'm Julian Fedorchuk. I'm a grant program coordinator here at OPRD. I've been working in this position for about 2 years, and I work on both this program, the County Opportunity Grant Program, as well as the Land and Water Conservation Fund.
Perfect. Thank you, Julian. So we'll go ahead and jump in. Julian's going to take the first couple slides here, and then we'll get to the public comment period.
Yeah, thank you, Robert. So as you can see on the slide here, just a little bit of background about the County Opportunity Grant Program before we get going. So this program has been around for a bit over 4 years now, and it's funded through a portion of recreational vehicle registration fees. Some of that money flows into a big county share pool. A portion of that funds goes to the County Opportunity Grant Program, and then a portion of that fund is automatically distributed to the counties for parks and recreation funding and support. The grant program typically awards around $850,000 a year to the counties for the acquisition, development, rehabilitation, and planning of county park and recreation areas that provide camping facilities. As for the purpose of the rule revisions that we're proposing, first and foremost, it's mostly aimed to be a general update and modernization of the rules. These rules were last updated in 1996, so 30 years on the same rules. Some things have changed and some things need to be updated just to reflect our current administrative practices. Um, in part of that, we wanted to increase some clarity and guidance on applicants and or for applicants and grantees um, to be able to more clearly identify required application materials like maps and what forms are required and things like that, um, as well as the scoring criteria that these applications are graded upon. Um, we also wanted to align the program a little bit more with some of our other recreation grant programs, such as the local government grant program and the Land and Water Conservation Fund. Um, some of the changes are just to increase administrative flexibility, removing some fixed dates for application deadlines and advisory committee meetings and things of that nature. We also wanted to update some advisory committee provisions, um, such as how the chair of the committee is selected, and some flexibility in identifying qualified committee candidates and what that process looks like. Um, Also, we were aiming to formalize some of our project administration practices. Um, Things like time extension amendments, for example, having that in rule would be helpful for our practices. Um, and then lastly, we wanted to add two new rules. Um, Again, this is uh, to align this program with our other recreation grant programs. We wanted to add a conversion rule and an emergency procedure rule. And we can get into the details of that later on if anyone has any questions about what that entails. But the core purpose is to modernize the rules without altering the main structure or, again, the core purpose of the program.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Julian. So to give everyone a brief background on how we got here and where we are, research and development of this early draft rule started in 2025. In February to April of 2026, the Commission approved opening rulemaking. We gathered early feedback and convened a rule advisory committee. We're currently in the middle of our public comment period, taking place from May 1st to May 31st. The proposed rule is open for public comment on our website via email and regular mail. That mail can be mailed to our State Parks headquarters office. The public comments are posted weekly, and we are in the process of holding our public hearing now. After this public comment period is over, there will be a time period of agency review in June of 2026, where staff will analyze any and all comments received as part of the public comment period on our website, as well as mail and email, as well as any statements heard here tonight. And then we will propose adoption to the commission in June of 2026. The commission may adopt, modify, or delay the rules as needed, and the final rule will be filed with the Secretary of State and implemented. At this point, we're moving into the process for the official hearing. This hearing is to provide an opportunity for public comment. No decisions will be made at this hearing. Each person will have 3 minutes to comment. Comments will be called in the order they are registered. Meeting will be recorded and posted on our OPRD Directors channel YouTube. And if you do not wish to comment, you can stay silent or pass or log off. So at this point, I am going to move into our official public hearing on County Opportunity Grants Program, OAR 736-030-0020. This hearing is now in session and being recorded to maintain a permanent record. My name is Robert Ellison, and I am the hearings officer today. Today is Tuesday, May 19th, and the time is 4:07 p.m. The purpose of this hearing is to provide an opportunity for public comment on the proposed rule changes to OAR 736-007, sections 1 through 50 by the Oregon Parks and Recreation Department. This represents a comprehensive but targeted update intending to modernize the County Opportunity Grant Program rules without altering the core purpose or structure of the program. The agency invites comments about whether the option should be considered for achieving the rule's goals while reducing the negative impacts on business. In addition to presenting oral comments at this hearing, anyone may submit written comments until 5 p.m. on May 31st, 2026, which is the close of the public comment period. Comments received after the close of the public comment period will not be reviewed or considered by the agency unless the agency decides to extend the public comment period for everyone. Please send these comments to the public comment mail inbox or to the State Parks office or online. Those addresses are posted on the PowerPoint slide on my screen. OPRD will not respond to questions during this hearing. After the close of the public comment period, staff will prepare a report to the agency, which will be available from the agency upon request and will be presented to the Parks Commission as they consider adoption of these rules. If you have questions as part of your testimony, I'd appreciate if you could state those questions as concerns for the record. To provide better context for comments, I may ask follow-up questions. To each speaker, we ask anyone not presenting to remain quiet. I ask that you limit your comments to 3 minutes, and a timer on the screen will let you know when the time has expired. Again, you may submit your written comments up until the close of the public comment period. We ask that any formal public comment be submitted in writing via mail, email, or online. At this time, anyone attending that has public comment to offer, please raise your hand and I will call on you to speak. Alrighty, seeing none, we'll go ahead and end our presentation. Thank you for coming and providing us with any comments. Please, again, feel free to submit those comments online if you are not able to attend tonight. The hearing is adjourned. However, as stated earlier, written comments will be accepted until 5 p.m. on May 31st, 2026. Perfect.